What's up, money growers? Jacob back here with another video coming to you guys to talk about something that could be very helpful for a lot of you when it comes to pre-qualifying for a credit card, particularly with American Express. I'm going to give you guys some tips about the pre-qualification process with American Express. We're going to be talking about through this process why I think you should have at least one personal credit card with American Express, and then maybe I'll have a bonus or two for you guys later in the video. So guys, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because here in the world of finance, there's always so much to talk about, particularly when it comes to credit, particularly when it comes to just discovering what options you have available for money and finance and credit and things that you have access to that can help your financial life that you probably didn't know about because, hey, like me, weren't taught these things in school and weren't taught these things at home. So, hey, join the club. Now it's time to learn. So guys, first thing I'll talk to you guys about when it comes to pre-qualification with American Express. Okay, the first tip to keep in mind, like so many other pre-qualification tools, it's only going to be a soft pull. Okay, when they pull your credit, it's just going to be a soft pull to see if you pre-qualify. So it's not going to affect your credit score, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Now, the second thing you want to keep in mind, and this was something that I didn't even know this until I went through the process, was pretty cool. At least when I went through it, unless they're going to change this in the future, which they could. This could always change. When you go through the pre-qualification process, you're going to put in your information, and when it comes out on the other side, it shows you the credit cards you pre-qualify for. So the same 3 credit cards that were on the public website when you're looking at it, once you get to the pre-qualification page after you've gone through that process, they offer even better sign-up bonuses. So like the the Blue Cash rewards card, it was $300 you get cash back if you spend, I think it was $3,000 in 6 months. Well, after you go through the pre-qual process, it comes up, that deal is now $350 cash back. The platinum was you get 100,000 points if you spend, I think, $6,000 in 6 months. Well, after you go through that pre-qual process, it's either 120 or 125,000 points you get. And the gold was similar. The gold, I think, was 60,000 points you got for spending, like, again, I don't know, $3,000 or something in 6 months, whatever it was. But after the pre-qual, it shows the offer is now 75,000 points. So it's actually a great sales strategy because you already went through the pre-qual process, so you're already interested in signing up for these cards. So the deals they had up front were good enough to get you to go through the pre-qual process anyway. Now when you come on the other side of it, they hit you with some even better deals. Like, oh crap, look at this deal now. So it's actually really smart on their part to do this. It's a great sales and marketing strategy to get more people to wind up, just filling out the application for the card right there online because they look and they see, wow, I'm getting an even better deal now that I went through the pre-qual process. So that's the second tip to keep in mind. Is that I didn't even know that existed when I was going through it until I actually did the process. Now, the third thing to keep in mind as a tip when it comes to the process for pre-qual with American Express is they are not inquiry sensitive, okay? So it's a soft pull to go through the pre-qual process, but if you're going to actually apply, yes, it's going to be a hard pull, okay? It will be a hard pull. It's going to come from Experian. That's who they pull from. So if you've had a lot of hard pulls lately, which was my case actually when I went through the process because I had bought a car and the dealership shopped the hell out of my credit. If you have other things going on, like maybe you've moved, right? So potential landlords are running your credit. Maybe you've taken out a mortgage or some other kind of loan, right? And if you've had maybe a short time span over a few months, you've had, quite a few hard inquiries. It is great because after you go through that pre-qual process, if you decide to apply, it's going to be the hard pull, but they're not really hard pull or they're not inquiry sensitive. So you've got the good credit score. Like mine came back when they pulled it was a 769. So that was my credit score when they pulled it. Your income, they like high income. Although one piece of advice I got this from Radical Marketer, his channel, which I'm sure many of you watch his channel as well. He said when you put your income down, we'll talk about the income part in just a minute. So we'll get to that. So let's go through the fourth part, okay? So tip number 4, when you're going through the pre-qual process with them, is they actually do not ask for your monthly expenses, which I thought was kind of interesting because any other time I've done it, for a credit card, they'll ask what your, total annual income is. They're going to want like your social security number, your last 4, anything like that, some other basic info. But they actually did not ask for the monthly expenses, which commonly they will. Like Navy Federal, you do it with them, they're going to ask for your annual income, and they're going to ask your monthly expense, whether you're renting or you have a mortgage. They're going to ask those kinds of things. So they don't do that. It's just last 4 of your social and your annual income for American Express. Now, the 5th tip we'll talk about for pre-qual, this is about the income side, so I almost got ahead of myself a little bit. During the pre-qual is going to be stated income. So the little caveat to that, though, So stated income is what you're going to put on there with your last 4 of your social. And really, that's about all they're going to really ask for. Now, the tip I got is from Radical Marketer, so the channel, I'm sure many of you watch this channel as well, is do not put more than $73,000 for your income. American Express does like high income earners, right? They like people that have high income and good credit score. So if you have that 700 plus credit score, hey, American Express can be a good option for you. If you're down there, at 580 or something, may not be an option for you to go with American Express. So you got a good income, you got a good credit score, American Express can be a great option for you. But Radical Marketer said was do not put more than $73,000 for your annual income, or else American Express is going to ask for proof of income. They're going to want to see documents that show your income is as high as you say it is. So even if you make more than $73,000 a year, you can put less, right? Put 71, 70, 68, whatever. You put something along those lines, so you're still in that area of the majority where you're going to get approved for quite a few of their cards, but your income doesn't maybe appear so high that American Express is a little suspicious. So keep that in mind as your 5th tip and piece of advice when it comes to the pre-qual process with American Express. Now, a bonus, we'll talk about this. I actually mentioned this a little bit earlier, right? So they're only going to use one hard pull, and that's going to come from Experian. But here's the thing to remember. Now, we're going to go to your second bonus here. Once you're in with American Express, you're going to get your hard pull from Experian. Let's say you get approved for the card, everything goes well, okay? They're going to hit you with that hard pull. In the future, if you want another credit card, a personal credit card with American Express, or if you want to get a credit limit increase on your credit card with American Express, or you want to get a business credit card with American Express, after you have that first personal credit card, all of those are going to be a soft pull. That's why you see these videos here online about people saying they got 8, 10, 12, 14 cards with one hard inquiry. Because American Express, once you're in their system, they've already got data on you. They already can see what kind of spender you are, how responsible you are with their credit cards. So if you get in with your first personal credit card and you want to apply for another credit card later, you want that limit increase, you want to start getting into the business side of things, they're just going to soft pull you because you are in their system. You're in their network. So that's pretty generous because I can't think of any other place off the top of my head that does that. I can think of another one. Some of them are a bit more generous on certain things like maybe federal. Like they'll let you every 3 months typically is what they like for people to wait to apply for another credit card or for credit limit increase. And credit limit increase can often be a soft pull if you do it like online or through the app. So that's pretty generous because if you're with like USAA, I think they only allow you to do credit limit increase once a year, and it's always a hard pull. It's always a hard inquiry. Chase told me when I got my first or second credit card with them when I was at the bank, the employee there told me, yeah, it's always going to be a hard inquiry with Chase if you request a credit limit increase. So the fact that American Express doesn't do that, they soft pull you for a credit limit increase, that's amazing. That is awesome that you have that option available to you with them. So, I would suggest even if you have cards with, other banks, credit unions that you really like, I would say just get one card with American Express. And that way in the future, if you want to get others, you want to get, try to increase your credit limits and all that kind of stuff, you can do that with really without having to have much harm to your credit score. So those are some tips. Those are some good options for you. Hopefully you guys have found some of this advice to be helpful. If you're thinking about American Express, again, I would encourage you to go ahead and apply with them because you have a lot of options with that credit card company that you may not have with other ones. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Tell me what you think about it down below. I want to hear all kinds of feedback that you have on your experience with American Express. I appreciate you taking part of your day and spending it with me on topics like this. I'm happy to do this, happy to help you out. So until next time, keep growing your money.